Hi, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. You've joined me once again at the Belfry. We are out on the short game area here at the PGA National Golf Academy, and we are talking about bunkers, we're talking about plugged lies, and I'm going to give you 3 key things that you can focus on to make sure you get out of this situation first shot most of the time. You will probably at some point come across this situation. You're going to hit shots into the bunker, and unluckily you are going to get plugged lie. It's normally when you're hitting a short iron in, it comes from quite a high angle, it comes quite vertically down, and often it can plug. First thing would be, before we go through anything technique-wise, you cannot expect to get the same result as you could from a good lie in the bunker. We can't generate the same kind of shot, so your expectations are going to be much, much lower. If we've got a little bit of green to work with, we can sometimes get it close. If we haven't got a lot of green to work with, we have to accept that we're going to leave ourselves maybe a 20, 25 footer, okay? So first thing would be, don't expect to get the same result as a good lie. Once we've accepted that, we walk into the bunker, we can start to think about what we're going to do to extract this ball. We need to get the golf club basically to be steeper into the ball. So point number 1 is to play the ball from the middle of the stance and have the weight and the handle forwards. So you can see here, by playing that ball from the middle, having the weight forwards and having the hands forward, I create a little bit of angle in that golf club. Okay, that's really, really important, because what that's going to do is it's going to preset the fact that we're going to approach this golf ball a little bit steeper, which we have to do when that ball is plugged. So point number 1, ball middle, weight forward, hands forward, creating that steeper approach at setup. Okay. Point number 2 is, I want you to feel in the backswing that you set your wrists a little quicker. I want you to feel that you're picking that golf club up much, much steeper. Again, everything we do in this technique is to try and feel that the golf club is working a little bit more vertically down. Okay, we do not want to get that ball forward, this nice wide, shallow approach, because that's not going to get the club under that ball and it's not going to extract that golf ball. So, point number 2 is to feel that we set the wrists a little bit earlier in the backswing and feel that we create this wrist set much, much sooner than we would do normally. Make sure you are not just setting the wrist. We still need to feel that we've got some rotation, we've got a big turn, and we've got a little bit of arm swing, okay? But we're trying to create this nice angle relatively early in that backswing, okay? That's our second point. Once we've done those 2 things, we can start to actually think about how we're actually going to deliver this club. I want you to feel as if you deliver this club downwards. I want you to try and feel you're hitting down. You're not going to really get much of a follow through, okay? Because you're trying to work a little bit more down, you're going to find that the interaction with the sand is much greater than it would be normally. We're going to find that we don't get much of a follow through. Depending on how hard you hit it, you will get some sort of follow through, but that's the idea. We're trying to work a little bit more down. Everything we do in this technique is trying to steepen the approach. Weight forward, ball back, handle forward, earlier wrist set, hit more down. Those are the key things that you're going to need to do to get this ball out. As we said at the start, you're not going to generate as much height. You're certainly not going to generate as much spin. And therefore, when that ball hits the green, it's going to have a lot more rollout, okay? You'll notice that I didn't really mention much about the club face, okay? Often people tend to close the club face. Personally, I don't. I think if you've got enough speed and you're aggressive enough, you can still actually slightly open the club face, which I tend to do. It helps me generate a little bit more height, okay? So let me put those things into action. Let me see if I can hit this shot. We're going to go to that flag out there, which is probably about 20 yards away. Actually, from this situation, that wouldn't be too bad. If you can see from the camera there, I've probably got about 20 feet of green, so I can actually let this ball, roll out to that flag. If I can just get this ball out of the bunker, landing somewhere on the green, and let it roll out, that wouldn't be a bad shot. So let me go ahead and do this. So ball is middle, weight is forward, hands are forward. Okay, I'm going to feel like I pick the club up a little bit steeper on the backswing of the wrists, and I'm going to feel like I very much hit down into that sand, and let's see if we can extract that ball and get it somewhere on that green. Okay, so from that situation, I'd be extremely happy with that. Hopefully you saw the elevation. I managed to generate that elevation because I still played that with a slightly open face. Had I played that with a slightly closed face, I'd have got a much lower ball flight and a much more rollout. So for me, from that situation, I'd be absolutely over the moon with that. I'd definitely be happy with that shot. But anywhere on the green is generally good from that situation because it gives you a putt. The main issue here is getting that ball out first time. If we can get it out first time, that's going to hopefully tidy up your scorecard, and we don't want that situation to destroy your round. You know, often people find themselves in the plugged in the bunker, it takes them 3 or 4 to get out, and it's a real confidence drainer. It can often spoil the round of golf, and it's difficult to put a score together from there. So 3 points. If you can remember those 3 points, you'll hopefully get that ball out first time, and as I say, it will tidy up your scorecard. We don't want to sort of fear that shot. It's not an easy shot, but a bit of practice, we can hopefully deal with it much, much better, and that's going to help you. Okay, thanks for watching the video. If you've got any comments, post those in the boxes down below. There's a like button down there, so if you did like the video, please click that. That really does help me. And if you haven't done already, then please subscribe to my channel. There's a link in the description box. It just means you'll get a notification every time I upload a video, and it means you won't miss any of the content. Okay, thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you again next time.